All right, guys. Sorry. It's saying I'm having some problems streaming on Facebook for some reason. I was trying to figure that out. Anyways, it's Brad with College SportsCast, and I'm not sure.
It says
Yep.
you're live. It says you're live now.
Okay. Now it says I'm live on Facebook. Okay. That's the reason why I was sitting here for a minute. I was trying to read what that was saying. All right, guys. I think we are live on Facebook now, and we are here to do the college football quarterfinals game day pick'em. All right, guys, welcome in. It is Brad with College Sportscast. I am here to do our game day pick'ems. I've got John here with me. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
It's a Tuesday night, and we are one night away from the first quarterfinal in college football. We got some good ones to talk about, actually, the quarterfinal.
There's going to be some good games coming up here.
Yeah, we've got some good ones. So hang with us. This is Game Day Pick'ems. Welcome in, guys. We are excited to be bringing you our analysis and picks for the college football playoffs. We're doing these on a Tuesday night because the games are on Wednesday and Thursday this week, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So we're excited to bring that to you. If you are on Facebook with us, we appreciate you. Absolutely hit that subscribe, 99 cents a month. We appreciate that. It's only 99 cents. It gives you your own page and your own chat. John, happy holidays. I want to put that out there, and I'll let you wish everybody a happy holiday.
Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. New Year's is coming up, so plenty of football coming. So sit back, eat you whatever it is that you have that is festive for your New Year's, and let's watch some football and let's talk some football.
Absolutely. We hope everybody has a happy New Year coming up here. If you do go out, please be safe, be careful, but still have a little fun.
Yeah, let's not be in the driver's seat intoxicated. Let's have a driver at least. So
yep, go out, have some fun, but be careful, be smart, be safe.
Yep, exactly. So,
all right, guys, we are going to get started with a game that is actually starting right now. The Alamo Bowl is starting tonight, right now, as we go live here. It may have already kicked off, but USC and TCU is in the Alamo Bowl tonight. USC, John, is a 4.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with a lot of the bowl games in general. It's kind of been too.
I haven't either.
It's been kind of. They've been some fun games, but for me,
Happy New Year, fresh.
The bowl season is just not what it used to be, Brad. You got players sitting out. You got guys going through the portal. NFL, it's not what it used to be now. You get a lot of games where these kids that are freshmen that don't play a lot, they get to play some minutes, which I think is fun. Gives them an opportunity for some playing time. This should be a fun game. USC, they had a really good year. TCU has a really good quarterback in Josh Hoover. I'm not for sure if he's playing in this game since he's in the portal. So he's probably not playing this game. And I actually heard a little bit earlier that he might be a lock to Indiana. So
yeah, that's what I heard.
There's some things going there. So I think I'm going to take USC in this game. I like USC. hopefully they can finish out the year on a high note. They
Man,
got some guys.
they've had a pretty good year. Actually, TCU had a pretty good bounce back year. They're 8-4.
Well, and TC, and USC's lost some guys too. They lost their Gus Cordova, one of their top edge guys, into the portal. He hadn't played a lot, but he was getting to that development to where he was getting more playing time. I expect to see a lot more guys. Last year they had Branch going to the portal. He went to Georgia. So I expect Lincoln Riley to kind of build that team again in the portal and kind of go from there. I mean, they're probably going to be in the mix for a bunch of, like Alabama and these others, but, USC's got some money to spend. So they're going to be high and tight in the portal. So.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to have to be active in the portal. It's going to be a wild thing. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Braden, what's up? Hope you're staying safe out there. Braden's visiting some friends in Oklahoma City, so I hope you're staying safe out there and having a little bit of fun as well. So just want to put that out there.
He's run away from Dad for the week.
Yeah, he's out of school and he's got a friend that's in the military and home in Oklahoma City for a few days. So
you know what, Dad? I'm just going to leave you home and I'm going to go take me a trip to Oklahoma.
Yeah. So he's out there having a little bit of fun, which is good. So,
good for him.
Just want to put that out. All right. USC, I believe, is going to win this game. I'm going to take the Trojans in this one. TCU has a pretty good chance here if Hoover's playing, but I'm just not sure if he's playing or not.
I'm not so sure, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of these portal guys, now some play, then there's some that don't. So
Yeah.
really, unless you see the availability report, you don't really.
Yeah, and I haven't paid close enough attention to even know, to be honest with you. All right, we're going to get to the quarterfinal games. This is what this show is all about. We're here to have a little bit of fun and talk about the college football playoffs. We have 4 great matchups here to talk about. The first one we're going to get to is tomorrow night. The Cotton Bowl is tomorrow night, John. Number 2, Ohio State takes on number 10, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
The Ohio State is a 9.5-point favorite.
For good reason. Did you watch Miami last week? I mean,
they won.
It was not a great game, Brad. They didn't play great against A&M. They done enough to win. They play really good defense. But listen, you're going to have some offense to kind of score and win games. And if you don't score against Ohio State, you're going to get beat, I think. And Ohio State can move the football. They got some weapons. They got Jeremiah Smith. Julian Sain is a really good quarterback. I don't think this Miami team's going to be able to hold them to 3 points. Let's just leave it at that. So, this Miami team won't be able to get a stop, I don't think. And they're going to have to move the football to win this game, and I just don't see that happening.
Well, let's talk about the defenses here from both teams to start with. Ohio State, first of all, everybody talks about their offense, but they actually have the number 1 rated defense points-wise in the country.
And the thing about Miami is they do not play consistent for 60 minutes. And is that enough to beat Ohio State?
But defensively, they have some guys on this team. I mean, Bain is the real deal. If he is all motor tomorrow night, he could disrupt some plays here in this game.
He can. My question is, will the real Carson Beck please stand up? Because there's games where he looks really, really good, and then there's games where he just looks really bad. Last week he didn't play great. A&M, really, let's be honest, Brad, A&M should have won this game if we're all being fair. They had so many opportunities to win this game and didn't.
They had a bunch of opportunities to score some points and
couldn't get the job done. So
field goals, all kinds of
if you
stuff.
look at the Ohio State side of things here, they've just lost to Indiana in the Big Ten championship, and they're going to want to take their frustrations out on somebody.
Well, let me ask you on the Ohio State side of it. I want to ask this question: do you think the 4 weeks off is going to make a difference?
Yeah, I think it makes a big difference when you've had that long to kind of prepare and practice and study film. Miami's already played a game, so they're going to be already, they're going to be accustomed to it. I think being off kind of helps in that regard to know that, hey, they've already played a game, so we're kind of coming in here fresh. And I feel like that's where Ohio State sits at. And to me, Brad, I still feel like Ohio State goes to the title game again. Well, we'll talk about that later. But
yeah,
this is a tough game to pick because it's consistently where does Miami come at Ohio State, and how does Ohio State kind of disrupt that defense in Miami's? Because Miami at times, like I said, they're very inconsistent for 60 minutes. They get to where they have spurts of where they can't score. Now, their defense plays really well, but they can't move the football. You cannot do that against a team like Ohio State in a big game.
Well, so you mentioned Beck. And I want to ask you this about Beck. Okay, if Miami was somehow to pull the major upset here, there's a chance that Beck can match up against Georgia.
Yeah, that's another
in this game
avenue to this. Yep.
Will that be in the back of Beck's mind?
I say it would be, but he's probably thinking, let's just win this game, get this game over with, because you don't want to look forward and disrupt what you're doing and right in front of you.
It's definitely not a good thing. I'm saying, will that kind of make him play not quite as good because he has the opportunity?
I think he could use a confidence factor thing. So
yeah,
if you look at it from a confidence thing, I think it helps, but you got to focus on what's in front of you. But like I said, I got Ohio State in this game. I think they cover the spread. Miami's offense just don't get it done this time.
Yeah, so I think both of these two teams have great defenses, and I'll be honest with you here, guys. I believe this is going to be a low-scoring affair.
Yeah.
I do not believe either side because I think both defenses are really, really good.
And a lot of people, I don't know if people forget this, but Ohio State and Miami played in the 0-1 national championship.
Yeah.
Or no, it might have been 0-2. The year that Clinton Portis got hurt, and Miami should have won the national championship. Portis got hurt late in the first quarter, second half, I think, and that absolutely killed Miami. I feel like if they had Portis, they would have won that game. That was a really, really, really good Miami team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They had some really good teams around the first of the century there.
Sean Taylor, Ed Reed. Okay. They had some talented Miami teams come through there.
Oh, yeah. This one, man, I think the difference here is going to be Tate and Jeremiah Smith and a few of their just very talented wide receivers. Now, Miami's got a few too, but gosh, I know at the beginning of this year, John, I said Julian Saban as a freshman might cost Ohio State, and Beck is a senior, and he should be able to outplay him. But I'm not sure that's how this game is going to play out. I think the Buckeyes take this one. Mm-hmm. And I do believe it's going to be like a 24-10 game, something like that.
Might even be 17-10 for a while.
It could be.
And a late touchdown kind of ices it.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. I think it's going to be 24-10, 24-14. Could be 24-14, something like that. I do believe it'll be a low scoring game. All right. The next one we're going to get to is the Orange Bowl. This is a big one. This is the closest one. You got number 4 versus number 5, Texas Tech versus Oregon. And actually, number 5 is favored over number 4 by 2.5.
It sure feels to me that the Red Raiders are being disrespected here.
It does, in a way. Yes, absolutely.
Now, to be fair, Oregon's really, really good. Dante Moore's tough. Their offense can really, really score in bunches. Now, how does Tech's defense correct to that? To
Who
me,
is
Brad,
a really stellar defense.
This has the potential to be the best playoff game of the whole group.
Yeah, it does. Neither one of these teams has played in the Orange Bowl before. I believe I saw that. So being in the Orange Bowl is a completely new thing here.
And I'll say this: the Red Raiders, their defense is probably going to be the best that Oregon's seen all season long. And
yeah,
now the Ducks' defense isn't as great as Texas Tech, and I think that could be a difference in the game. I just like Dante Moore in this offense better than I do the Texas Tech defense. I say that because when they get humming, Brad, they can literally just take over a game. They score 51 on James Madison. They just make plays. They run the football.
They looked unstoppable against James Madison, but I got a feeling this Texas Tech Red Raiders defense is going to be a
step up. It's a little step up in competition. I agree, but I'm just saying, Dante Moore can really. He sees the field really well. The offensive playmakers that they got, the running backs, they're just so good when they're complete and when they're healthy and when they're going at it from a passing standpoint. And they do little screen drop plays that just breaks off 20, 25 yards at a time. Texas Tech's going to have their hands full on their defense, and this is a really good Tech defense too.
It is. Let's talk about Texas Tech offense and Joey McGuire's offense here. They ain't even really played any close games outside of their one loss. I mean, they've been beating everybody.
Morton's really good. I really like Morton, their quarterback. He can really sling it. The thing is, they're probably going to score some points. Oregon's defense is not great. Oregon gave up 35 to James Madison last week, which, James Madison had a really good quarterback too, and Alonzo Burnett.
A lot of it was late in the third and in the fourth.
It was late. I agree. It was some garbage time, but Oregon's defense ain't as good as these other teams in the playoff. But when they get a chance to make a play, they make a play. And that's why I like, they got some 4- and 5-star guys.
This might be a game. You got great defense here, so I don't think we're going to see a 45-44 score or anything like that. But this might be a game that goes 30-28.
I think it can be. And I think, too, Tech, they've had a month off, really.
Yeah.
They've had a long time to kind of figure things out. And like we kind of said with Miami and Ohio State, Oregon's already played a game. So the time off for some of these teams that have these buys, it kind of creates a bonus factor for them that, they're going to have some fresh legs.
Yeah, but are they going to be out of sync offensively?
Sometimes you can be. Sometimes on defense you can be. All depends on how – I think the first 10, 15 minutes of this game, 20 minutes, is going to tell who's going to win this game or not. Because this game has the potential to be really, really good. But if Oregon's offense is kind of humming like they was against James Madison, Texas Tech could be in trouble.
Let me ask you a question, and this is from Kentucky's point of view, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I say Kentucky because Will Stein is the offensive coordinator. He is doing double duty here, still doing offensive coordinator duties here for the Oregon Ducks. And I want to ask you this: as a Kentucky guy with the portal fixing to happen, open up on Friday, does Kentucky do Kentucky really want him to lose and come to Lexington, or does Kentucky really want to see him win and get to the semifinals?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you want to see how Kentucky, how their offense could, kind of progress next year. Seeing the fact that they got one of their own playing in the semifinals, and there's also the other aspect of it, Brad, that you kind of want to get him to the team. You kind of want to get him started on recruiting, getting in the portal. Now he's got some guys back home that are taking care of all this. Jay Bateman, there's guys that's working behind the clock trying to find guys, portal guys. Listen, this is going to be a 1 week, 2 week thing where there's going to be, Stein's going to be talking to them. Stein's going to be, working, overtime just to try to, get guys onto, visits. And you got guys that are already been offered by coaches. And that's another thing. In my time of being a Kentucky Wildcat fan, I've never known us to do what we're doing in recruiting when it comes to 5-star kids. I've watched Kentucky's football since I was like 2 or 3, and Kentucky is absolutely going after 5-star kids that you would have never thought that in my little world back in the early 90s. The way he recruits, the way he's got people behind.
I mean, he has those ties and those relationships from being.
That changes things too. So, but there's 2 different aspects of this, Brad. You want to cheer for him, but you also kind of want him to have full control and to kind of be right there to work the phones and work with these players.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here, guys. I do believe, John, that you were right. The Red Raiders are kind of being disrespected here.
Yeah, they're, underdog. They got a really good defense. Offense is really, really good when they're moving the ball, when they're scoring. Now, Oregon's really, really good. We all know Oregon's good. Their offense is great. Their defense sometimes can kind of have issues. We saw last week where they gave up a lot of yardage to James Madison. You're not going to be able to do that against Texas Tech because Texas Tech's defense is really good, and you get to a point to where you're behind, could be danger zone.
So let's go with our picks here. Oregon is a 2.5-point favorite.
I've got Oregon. I think Oregon wins this game. I also wouldn't be shocked if Texas Tech won this game. So it's kind of like a flip-flop. This is, to me, is a pick-em game. It's probably the better games of the college playoff.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, John. A week ago or 10 days ago when we did the first round games, I was 4-0. I went 4-0 in the playoffs so far. I got Ohio State in the first one. This is the first game where I'm like, man, this thing could go either way. Like, absolutely, it could go either damn way. Alabama, Oklahoma was a little bit like that last week, but this is the one that I'm really kind of struggling with. I like this Texas Tech Red Raiders team. I really do. I have all year long. I believe that they do have a chance here, not just here. I think they could surprise somebody in the next round, to be honest with you.
I do.
Having said that, man, it feels so bad. I feel like I've been a Dan Lanning guy. This is way before the Kentucky stuff. John will tell you, I've been high on Dan Lanning for like 2 years. I love the job that he's doing. I love his passion, his care for his players, and that's really hard to pick against here. So I am going to go with the Ducks, but this is the one game that scares me, that really kind of scares me here. We're going to get to the Rose Bowl, John. This is a big one.
The granddaddy of them all.
The granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. This is a big one. Indiana, Big Ten, is in the Rose Bowl here. The number one team, the only undefeated team in the country left, is playing the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 1 versus number 9. And John, this seems absolutely just another world, another dimension to say. Indiana is a 7-point favorite over Alabama.
I mean, you got to look at it from their offense. Fernando Mendoza is playing at a high level.
I'm just saying, in a football world, this just seems so wrong.
It does. You had the Alabama game last week. They rallied to beat Oklahoma. You can't have a first half like they did against Oklahoma against Indiana.
No, you can't come out and spot 17 points.
Ryan Williams has got to show up. That's another one. Like, where is Ryan Williams at? Does he know how to be an elite receiver? Because apparently the last couple of weeks, it just seems like he's been a no-show. And
they were going with another freshman last week.
Yeah. Listen, Fernando Mendoza is really good. This will be a long afternoon for Kalen DeBoer if they can't move the football.
John, I'm going to give you a stat, okay? And I think I saw this right. This is the first time that Alabama has been this big of an underdog since 2007.
I'll say this much.
In any game.
There was a lot of people that was not sold on Indiana beating Ohio State. You know who one of them was that was sold on beating Ohio State? Remember, I told you they would win against Ohio State?
I mean,
and I told you that they would beat them very low scoring.
Yeah.
And everybody said, "Oh, you're crazy."
Somehow or another, Indiana's got a great defense and a great defensive front.
And I heard the whole time, Ohio State's going to blow them out. Not you, just people in general. Ohio State's going to blow them out. Ohio State's going to do this. Well, guess what? Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman. He went into Lucas Oil Field, and he put his stamp on a game, and he literally has his team playing for a national championship. Now, you tell me, what has this kid not been able to accomplish?
Well, I mean, he's accomplished everything so far.
This is another milestone.
But this is a big one. Like, this is
school. This is a football school. Like, Ohio State's a football school, but you beat Alabama and Ohio State in the same year?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Indiana football, you're on the map. You're on the clock.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this in this game, John. What does Kalen DeBoer in Alabama have to do to overcome this?
They're going to have to play some defense, man. They cannot let Mendoza sit back there and just stand. Because if he does, Alabama's been really weak at defense in the last couple. Now, they do get a big piece of their puzzle back. Overton's coming back, which I think will help them up front. But they're going to have to get some pressure on him. I feel like this is another game, like the Texas Tech game, that could come down to a final play. But I also see it from another aspect that if Alabama don't come out ready and Ty Simpson has his, fluky game, this could be 37-0 by the fourth quarter. 37-7.
I can't. I mean, I just can't have a hard time believing that one. But I think Indiana could definitely win this game. That's for sure. But
I'm telling you, this Indiana squad is for real. They're good. They're great on defense. They're good on offense. Alabama is not going to be able to sleepwalk in this game. I'm telling you, if Alabama cannot move the football, this could be a blowout, Brad.
I mean, Georgia did beat them 28-7 in the SEC championship.
And it's hard to say this about Indiana football like you are.
I can't grasp it, man. I can't get my head
around it. But I will say this: what's going to be fun if Indiana wins this game is the Fernando Mendoza interview in the Rose Bowl. That's going to be the exciting thing to see, because this kid, everybody talks about him, being weird and being all this when he does interviews.
Man, he's just a good, wholesome kid. Did you see him with his family?
Loves the game of football. And
Did you see him with his family?
Yes.
I mean, he's just a good, wholesome kid.
He's got a mother that's sick.
Yep.
He's winning games for his mom. His whole family is
his
very
brother.
tight. His
brother. I mean, yeah.
Like, this is a team that you want to cheer for.
I mean,
and you know what? Kurt Signetti, you need to Google him, Brad. He wins.
I mean, you can't argue with it. I mean, you can't argue with it at all.
That's true. But I got Indiana. I went back and forth. I wanted to pick Alabama, but I just think Indiana has the better defense. I feel like they have the better offense. Now, when Alabama is moving the ball, I feel like they're a better team.
Man, I'm telling you, but I like this. This is the most foreign pick that I have ever done on this show. We've been doing this for 4 seasons. And this is the most foreign pick that I have ever done on this show. It is crazy to me to say that Alabama is going to get beat and lose to the Indiana Hoosiers in football on the national stage. Hang on, I'm trying to remove this other one. All right, there we go. On the national stage in the college football playoffs, I'm going to take Indiana in this game.
I'll say this.
And just as soon as I do it, they'll lay a damn egg. You watch.
Here's what I'm going to say before we move on to Alabama or Georgia and Ole Miss. They cannot have another no-show. Like I said, first half, get down 17-0. They're not going to be able to do that against Indiana, because Indiana will make sure that lead sticks. So, Alabama, you better be prepared. You better be ready. It's a New Year's Day audience. There's going to be a lot of people watching this game. This could be a monumental moment for Indiana.
Well, I mean, it will be. If they can win this, it will be. It won't be a could. It will be.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the Sugar Bowl. This one is the late game, Thursday night. The Sugar Bowl has 2 SEC teams in it, John. Number 3 versus number 6. Georgia is a 6.5 point favorite here.
I'm going to tell you something. What would be so exciting for me, but I feel like Georgia wins this game. But seeing Ole Miss come out and just run rampant through this playoff and stick it right in Lane Kiffin's face.
I mean, there's a part of me that says yeah on that. Yes.
I will say this. At the end of it, though, Georgia brings a lot more to this game now than they did back then. their defense, their offense has gotten better. Now, let's be honest. Trinidad Chambliss can put on a show really quick.
Is he fully healthy though?
That's another thing. And to be fair, Ole Miss drew an easy game in the first round that they played Tulane. Yeah. I think we're going to see a different outcome here. I think it's going to be closer than people think. But I do think Georgia wins this game. I'm going to tell you something, Brad. Georgia has been playing the last month defensively like old Georgia.
They have the last little bit, yeah.
And if old Georgia comes to play in this tournament, in this playoff field,
they could get to the finals for sure.
I wouldn't be shocked if Kirby Smart pulls it out and wins the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible with that defense if they can play like that.
Oh, to me, Ole Miss should better enjoy this.
I want to ask you a couple
I feel like
questions.
This is the only probably best chance they've got.
It probably will be, to be honest with you. But I want to ask you a couple of questions, okay? So the word tampering, okay, has been something that you hear in college sports for quite a while now, okay? Mm-hmm. John, there are six fixing to be six LSU coaches that are coaching Ole Miss in this game. Position coaches that are coaching Ole Miss in this game against an SEC school.
Mm-hmm.
The definition of tampering, I mean, come on. Like, it's just wild. The stuff that's going on
you know what makes
in
this
college
so bad?
football is wild.
The one thing that makes this so bad with the Friday transfer portal looming is if Ole Miss loses this game, you might see a platoon of players enter the portal.
Yeah, Thursday. You might have to. There might be like the Greyhound bus might pull up in Oxford, just loading these kids up
and sending them to Baton Rouge. I'm telling you, where we're at in college football, me and you talked about
coaches, players, everything. They'll all be loading on the bus.
We'll kind of discuss this a little bit right here. What's happening in college football right now with the portal and with the tampering and the money? It's going to me and you talked about this. It's going to a bad place.
It's not good. Place. It really isn't. But I had to ask you about the tampering because literally, so they're saying that Lane Kiffin's going to be there, and he's got 6 coaches on the sideline.
I don't like that idea.
LSU.
I don't like that idea of him being there. I don't.
It's wild what's going on.
For me to say that he's allowed to be there, I feel like that's a distraction.
It's just wild to me. In this game, Georgia and Kirby Smart has done an excellent job. Like you said, their offense and defense have been playing much, much better.
I'll say this about Kirby Smart. This is a type of game that he gets up for.
Yeah.
Back against the wall, playing for an opportunity. He loves this kind of moment. He loves the moments where he can just get in your tail and grind, fight, whip your ASS, all that good stuff. And I don't like this for Ole Miss. I really don't.
I think this is where you're going to see some of that armor crack a little bit with all the Lane Kiffin stuff that's gone on and all the LSU stuff and all these players and coaches that are going to be going out the door. And I think when Georgia punches them in the mouth a few times early in this game, I think that's when you're going to see some of the cracks in the armor in this game.
I do think their offense can move the football, I think they'll score some. Georgia's defense is still Georgia defense, but they still give up some plays. And this is an offense that can actually move the ball.
I
Harrison
mean, Ole
Wallace.
Miss had them down in the matchup, early in the season.
Ole Miss has got some really good receivers. The Harrison Wallace kid. Trinidad Chambliss is really good. Keywan Lacey, the running
Yep.
back's really, really good. So they're going to move the football. The question is, can they stop Georgia? And can they make enough play? See, here's the thing about Georgia. Me and Dad actually had this conversation last week. When Georgia wants to make a play, and when they get to a point to where they need a play to win a game, they win every single time. Look at the Alabama game last week or 2 weeks ago. Look at the Texas game. What was the game that they come back and won early in the year? Was it Tennessee?
Tennessee, Ole Miss.
They just knew how to make a play when it mattered, Brad. And I think that's where we are here. I think Kirby just knows how to motivate these kids.
Well, I mean, I agree with all of that. But my take on this game, I think this is where we're going to see Ole Miss fall apart just a little bit.
Yeah, they're going to fall apart a little bit. Yeah.
I believe Georgia wins this game by at least a couple of scores, 10 to 14 points.
I think it's 35-17, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Ole Miss fall apart a little bit. It will surprise me if that's not what we see in this game. I'm taking the Bulldogs here.
Go Dogs. Stick them.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bulldogs here in this game. I think the Lane Kiffin distractions, and especially with him and the governor or something, or the AD, acting AD, or whatever is going to be there, I think it's going to be a distraction. I just, in a big game like this, he needs to stay the hell away, in my opinion.
I agree.
Now, there is one thing about the quarterfinals that I want to mention here. Nick Saban, I want to bring something up about Nick Saban here as we finish up talking about the quarterfinals. Do you guys know that Nick Saban has 5 former staff members that are now head coaches that are in the college football playoff? 5 of the 12 teams.
That's
Cristobal was there.
Signetti.
Right? Signetti, Indiana. Yep. Georgia, Kirby Smart.
Pete Golding,
Ole Miss.
and Dan
Lanning, Oregon. 5 of the 12 coaches are former Nick Saban disciples.
That's insane.
Does that tell you guys?
Does that not tell you? I've always said it. I tell people all the time, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of college football. He literally brought Alabama out of the depths of despair.
Listen, guys, there's 8 teams left playing in these quarterfinals. 5 of them have Nick Saban disciples coaching them.
Now, let's be fair. Alabama was good back in the 60s, 70s, early 90s, but they had a drop off, okay?
Clip that.
And Saban came back from LSU, which and a lot of people forget he was at Michigan State.
Yeah.
And literally took this program to heights that we've never seen.
So I just want to point this out because Indiana and Alabama are playing this game. It's a huge deal. These Bama fans, they're going to jump off bridges if Indiana beats them.
It's going to be ugly.
I'm not playing, guys. I've lived there. I know what I'm talking about here. I've been watching stuff. I was watching Paul Feinbaum. I mean, these people are nuts. They're crazy, right?
They're more of a child's play of Kentucky basketball fans.
I'm telling you,
When it
it's
comes
not going to be pretty. I
to a
just wanted to give Nick Saban his props. 5 of the 8 teams remaining have Nick Saban disciples as the head coach.
That's wild. Insane, Brad. Insane.
It's crazy, is it not? All right. We're going to get back to a couple of bowl games here. These are on New Year's Eve, I believe. Yeah, New Year's Eve. No. Yeah, I think they're New Year's Eve.
They are.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. This is the ReliQuest Bowl. This used to be the Outback Bowl. This is Iowa versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a 5.5-point favorite here, John.
Yeah, I kind of like Vanderbilt to go out on top with Diego Pavia finish the year out. Iowa, there's some guys in the portal. There's some, things changing at Iowa. When it comes to the
And
retool.
Vandy seems to be sticking together and trying to get this win and go out on top.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Vanderbilt. And, now they don't have Eli Stowers, which he's the tight end. He's probably going to be a top pick in the NFL draft this summer. So losing him hurt a little bit, but I don't think it's going to hurt as much with Pavia and what else they got at their disposal with their receivers. I think I look for Vanderbilt to kind of go out on top and finish on a high note.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with this one. I did want to bring that one up, and then the Citrus Bowl is Michigan versus Texas. Texas is
Michigan is a mess right now. Now I will say this: getting Whittingham was one of the better moves of the college football coaching cycle. I think he's a top-notch guy. I think he's a great guy. I think he's awesome coach. He knows how to win the game of football. The problem here is you got a lot of guys out for Michigan.
Oh yeah.
There's quite a bit of players out. Who's going to play? Who's not going to play? They're going to fight, and they're going to do what they do. I just don't think they're going to beat Texas. Texas has still got some guys. I think Arch Manning is still playing. There's a couple of receivers still playing. Some of the defense is still there. So give me Texas. I like Texas in this game. I just think the mass exodus of Michigan players is
the more stuff and everything. Like it's just been a crazy time.
It's been a really wild week. Well, really month. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Last 2 or 3 weeks have been bad, but the whole month has just been really bad.
I mean, they did get Whittingham, which is a good coach, but man, that's just been the last 3 or 4 or 5 days. Like
you gotta imagine with Whittingham though, the culture, the way he brought Utah.
He's gonna have to get in there and change a whole lot. I can tell you that.
He's gonna have to change quite a bit of stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. To be honest with you. All right, John. Before we move on to a little bit of basketball stuff, I want to ask you. It's going to be an absolute wild couple of weeks in college football.
Wow.
And John, I heard this morning. Okay, this is 3 days before the portal even opens. This morning, there was over 3,300 Division I players in the portal.
It's hard.
It's not even open. 3,300.
Imagine when it does.
Just Division I.
Here's the thing, Brad, that really stirs me up. You got players entering the portal, okay? And then you got guys visiting their own school while they're in the portal. Like
something. Let's be honest, John. Something needs to be done.
What
we are absolutely. Here's another stat I want to put out right now. Okay. This morning or this afternoon, about noonish this afternoon, Iowa State only had 16 players left on their roster.
Well,
16.
to be fair, you can blame Matt Campbell for that one.
I'm just saying, if something's not done, these schools are going to be left behind. Like, you can't play football in that kind of, like, you can't, we are destroying, that's a Power Four conference team.
Well, look at James Madison. They don't even have any starters left.
I know. Every starter.
Every starter on the James Madison team is gone.
Yeah.
Like, completely gutted.
And this happens yearly. What I'm saying to you is that a lot of these teams are not going to be able to recover from that in a few weeks.
Well, look at East Carolina. They've had 4 or 5 guys just transfer out. And these guys are like top all-conference guys. Like, they're going to bigger Power 5 schools. And they're trying to find a bag. Listen, Brad, I've said it for basketball, and I'll say it for football. And
one time, you get a pass. After that, you have to sit out unless your coach leaves or gets fired, and then you get another opportunity.
Well, until you fix this, these little schools, ECUs, the James Madisons, the Howards, the
Western
Kentuckys, they are going to be left
decimated.
in the dust.
They're decimated every year.
Every single year, because they're going to bigger schools for bigger audiences and to be shown off.
Yeah, but John, there's only so many holes.
But here's the problem, Brad.
You can't, you know, the Iowas and the Iowa States and all these Power Four conferences, there's only so many holes to fill. You can't fill 10,000 kids.
But here's the problem, Brad. You got kids going to schools like Western for a year, and then they're packing up and going to a school like, say, Kentucky or Arkansas. It's like a stepping stone to the G League, to the high rise.
It is. That's the way they're doing it. It is.
And little schools don't deserve that. And I know that sounds like petty to say, well, you're taking up for the little
time. You get one free transfer, and after that, you have to sit out a year if you transfer. And here's another thing that you could put in, John. If you go to if you complete 4 years at one school, I think we should give those kids a bonus year and they get to play a 5th year.
That's it. We got kids, Brad. I looked the other day. We got one that has been playing for 8 years.
I know. It's craziness. What's going on?
7 or 8 years. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, y'all remember the Auburn quarterback like 5 years ago?
The TJ Finley?
He's in the damn transfer portal. I'm just saying.
And that's not a joke. That's actually true.
I'm telling the truth.
He's in the portal, yes. He's in the portal.
I'm being dead serious.
Why'd you get me started on this? Because you know it's
all right. We're gonna move on. I just had to throw a few little things in there on it.
Yeah, of course you did. You had to throw curveballs, man.
Yeah. All right. Women's basketball. We're gonna get to a couple here. We got about 3 or 4. Kentucky plays LSU on Thursday night at LSU in Baton Rouge. John, this is gonna be a tough one.
Tough. You know, guard play is going to be major in this game. I like LSU here as much as I love the girls. Clara Strike is really, really good. Tiani Key is tough. Tony Morgan is really, really good. I'll say this, Brad. I won't expect them to lay down, though. They're going to play their game. They're going to play hard. They're going to fight. But I just think LSU has just better guards in general overall, and they got a better bench. And I think that's what wins out in this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. The only way Kentucky can win this game is they're going to have to shoot like they did the other night. I mean,
Yeah,
if they can,
they're going to have to at
if
least
they
shoot
can
40%.
hit 11, 12, 13 threes, they'll have a chance in this game.
They're going to have to hit at least 41, 42% from three to have a shot.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and they've got the girls to do it. If Hassett is on fire and Boone is on fire and Carroll can come in and hit three off the bench, I mean, they've got the girls to do it, to be honest with you. Claire Strack's going to get hers. Tony Morgan's going to get to the hole. She's going to have at least a double figure game and 8 or 10
I'm going to say this about Clara Strack. This girl is going to have a major contract next year in the pros. She can play.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever takes a chance on her in the
After next year, she's going to be a top 10 pick.
That's what I mean. After next year,
yeah,
somebody's going to take a chance on this kid, and somebody's going to get a diamond because this kid can play basketball.
Yeah, I mean,
for her size,
6'5". I mean, she's amazing. She really is. I just think Kentucky's going to keep this close. I think for Kentucky to win, they are going to have to hit 11, 12 3-pointers.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To be honest with you, I'm not going to pick this game. I cover them. I'm not going to pick them.
Yeah, I'm not.
Pick either way.
I'm not. I'm not going to do the men's side either because I feel like that's kind of being,
But I do believe the girls have a real shot here on the road in Baton Rouge. All right, John. USC is at UCLA. This is a big rivalry on Saturday.
I'll be honest with you, Brad.
Versus
I don't
number
like
4.
the way this USC team is set up. Without Juju, it's been not great.
I mean, Jazzy's been playing well.
Jazzy's played well. Now,
as a
listen, they're playing against a really good UCLA team.
Yep.
They got Lauren Betts. She might be the best player in the country, not named Fudd or Sarah Strong.
I mean, Betts is 6'6", big, strong.
She can handle it in the post.
She's going to be in the W next year.
I love this UCLA team. I actually think they go farther than they did a year ago.
Kiki Rice. I mean, they got some good players on this team.
They let me down last year. I thought they would go farther than they did last year. They just never could get it together for something. The chemistry.
I do believe at home here that you're going to see a win here by UCLA, by the Bruins here in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take UCLA here.
All right, John, we're going to go to the SEC for a couple of games. This is these games are on Sunday. I didn't put that on there. But number 15, Ole Miss, is at number 2, Texas.
Coach O, great coach. She's walking into a buzzsaw.
She's put together a really good team out of the
portal. She's put a really good team together. The
out of the portal
from Ohio State.
Yeah,
they got. I'm trying to think of the girl's name that plays in the middle. That's really, really good. Lost track of thought there, but anyways, they got a really good team. Texas is really good. Madison Booker, Oldacre, Rory Harmon, Coach Schaefer might be the top coach.
McMahon is one of them.
McMahon, yeah, that's another one. I like Texas here at home. I just think Texas is good at home. They probably, to me,
well, Texas has been playing lights out. They've been playing really well.
I feel like Texas has a chance to win the national championship this year.
I do too. And being in Austin, I think that's going to be a big obstacle to overcome for the Rebels here, the Lady Rebs.
I'm not a fan of, Ole Miss going on the road and trying to try to shut down Madison Booker in that group, because that's going to be a tough challenge.
Lee has been playing well. Rory Harmon is a great point guard. I mean, they just have it all, to be honest with you. So give me the Longhorns in that one. And then also on Sunday, LSU has another big game this week. They play two Thursday, and then they're at Vandy on Sunday, number 5 versus number 12, and against Michaela Blake's and the Commodores.
Man, I mean, you go from Kentucky to Michaela Blake's.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing here?
Yep, that's how they open SEC play.
The Commodores, they've done really, really well. They beat Cal in the season opener. They beat Virginia. Michaela Blake, she scored 27. I think it was 20.
I think she's averaging close to 27.
I think she's averaging 23 points per game.
Is she?
It might be, yeah.
It's 20 something. I know that.
Now, let's be fair. LSU's probably got the top offense in the country, but this will be their toughest test yet. This game is for anybody that loves guard play. If you like guard play, you better watch this one, because this is going to be a fun game. But I think I got LSU in this game. This will be a fun one, though.
On the road, man, you know, LSU is going to open at home at Kentucky and then on the road against Vandy. I mean, that's a tough opening for the SEC play. You know, I still think LSU has a chance to win this game. So
that's a tough little stretch. Kentucky and Vanderbilt back to back.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Tigers, but just barely on the road here. I think Vandy has a really, really good team. Shea does an absolute marvelous job as a coach here with the Commodores. And Michaela Blake's, if you have never watched her play, you need to. She is fantastic.
She's the real deal.
And you're talking about guard play. You're going to have Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Blake's, Malaysia for Wiley. Like, you're going to have so much guard play in this game. It's crazy.
Yeah. Be fun.
All right, John, we're going to get to a few men's games here. This is on Friday. USC is number 24. Did you realize that?
Yeah. They got a good team. You know, the
Musselman. What in the Musselman is going on out there? What I want to know.
The Auburn transfer.
Yeah.
He's really, really good for them.
Yeah.
Listen, Michigan is playing at a level I've not seen in quite a while.
I think I've seen where they have 6 40-point wins in non-conference play.
Yaxel Lindenborg is playing at a high. You told me all summer that he was going to be one of the top guys to watch. He is.
You know why?
Putting his.
You know why? Because he's a robot.
He is. He's not. He's not human.
I mean, with that name, come on, he's got to be a robot, right?
Yeah. You know, and they got
Yaxel Lindenborg. I mean, come on now.
You know, they got the point guard play, the little guard from North Carolina, Elliot Cadeau. They are just playing unreal basketball right now. They are probably one of the top seeds right now. If you're breaking down the bracketology this early.
I want to be honest with you about Lindenborg, to be honest. In the offseason, Kentucky had a chance with him, and they said, we don't want to match that.
Well, look what he's doing now. So,
yeah. Just want to put that out there. Michigan is playing on an absolute another level here.
Well, they whipped Gonzaga. Was it 40 points?
Yeah.
They just doing that. I'm going to tell you something. May is one of the finest coaches in college basketball.
Absolutely. He's the Signetti of college basketball.
He can literally draw up any play. He knows how to.
He's the Kurt Signetti of college basketball.
He knows how to put players in position to win. He's taken a team that probably on paper is 15, 20 good, 10, and turn them into a dynamite roster.
I mean, they look like they could easily win it all so far.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Wolverines here.
I say that all the time, Brad. It's all about coaching when it's all said and done. How you develop these guys and how you bring them together. And Dusty May is
fantastic. I'm telling you, he's the Kirk Cignetti of college basketball.
He can flat coach her now.
All right, this is also on Friday. This is 2 Big Ten games here on Friday. We got number 9 Michigan State at number 13 Nebraska. And John, I'm not sure that anybody realizes Nebraska is as good as they are.
Yeah, Nebraska's got a good team, man. They threw in a bunch of transfers. The coach for Iowa State, I keep forgetting his name every time.
Iowa State?
Not Iowa State, Nebraska. He coached for Iowa State for
Hoiberg.
Coach Hoiberg. He's a great coach. He gets them to play together. They play really good defense. They can score. This Nebraska team can put it in the hoop. Michigan State's really good. Fears is good. Keon Carr is tough. You know, this Michigan State team might be one of Izzo's best teams he's had in a while.
It could be. This is going to be a tough one on the road.
It's going to be a tough one. Big Ten plays tough. Every conference game is going to be tough from here on out. I would not be shocked if Nebraska won this game. This might be a hiccup game.
But I'm going to take my Sparties in this one, and I do call them my Sparties. I am going to take them, but I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm a huge Izzo fan.
I do like Michigan State. It comes from way back to Magic Johnson days. I go in the way back machine for that one, but I do kind of pull for them, and that's just me because of my love for Magic Johnson. Comes from a long time ago. But I am going to take the Spartans here in this one. It's going to be a tough one, though. I can tell you that. All right, John, on Saturday, we got Kentucky and Alabama. Alabama's number 14 in the country. And Kentucky is coming to town to play at the Coliseum, Coleman Coliseum.
Here's the thing. Kentucky's going to have to hit some shots to win this game. You know, LeBaron 5 on Alabama, they can literally shoot the basketball. Their offensive game is really good. Now, last night they gave up, I think, 80, maybe 90. I can't remember, to Yale. Their defense is not great. Now, Kentucky's going to have some opportunities to score points. But I feel like Kentucky's defense has improved.
This is going to be a fast-paced game, so you'll have some opportunity to score points.
Yeah, you're going to have some opportunities. And I think this will be, to me, the first time Alabama's really played a team with defensive tendencies. Kentucky's a better defensive team than most teams this year. Kentucky's, I think, is ranked top 15 in Kim Palm and defense. Now, their offense is a little out there, but their defense is really, really good. I think this is a game where you're going to have JQ take over a game. You're going to have a guy like Lowe step up and make some shots. You're going to have a guy like Oweh drive the paint and make some plays. Like I said, I'm not going to pick this game, but I do think Kentucky has a shot to win this game. But it being on the road, Brad, it's going to be a tough environment to play in.
It is, John, but I'm going to tell you, you brought up JQ. I think Jaden Quaintance is going to be a major factor in this game. Oweh is going to have to play his 15 to 18 points, in this game. I tell you who I think is going to be the factor. I think it's going to be Mo Diabate. I really do.
Yeah. You said that yesterday on our Kentucky show.
I really feel like going back into Coleman Coliseum, he is going to be up for this. He has that motor. He has that mentality, that toughness. I just think he is going to will this team on his back down low, rebounding the ball, putbacks, whatever he has to do. The only thing I'm worried about with Mo is the technical fouls.
Yeah, that
He does have to control those a little bit here in this game because you can't have two of those.
It's going to get a little testy with him playing his former team.
It is. Absolutely. It will be testy in this game. If Kentucky comes and plays that defense that you're talking about, and JQ and Owe and Mo Diabate can play in the middle, maybe Marino comes in, gets 2 or 3 block shots as well, and some rebounds. I just feel like if we can have 1 or 2 outside guys, if we can have Cam Williams or Chandler or Trent Noah or somebody knocking down a few threes, I think Kentucky's going to surprise a lot of people and get this win. I'm going to call for the upset here. All right, John, this is the last game we're going to pick. This is also SEC on Saturday. Number 19, Tennessee, is at number 18, Arkansas. This should be a fun one.
I like Arkansas in this game, and I tell you why. Darius Acuff. He is the real deal, Brad.
You think he's going to be better than Gillespie?
I think he's better. I think his overall game's better. I think Gillespie is more experienced.
He's got more experience.
He's got more experience, but I think that Acuff can offset that with talent. But experience matters when games come down to 2 or 3 minutes, I think. But being on the road, I feel like it's going to be a tough game. You know, Malik Thomas is playing really well. Brazil is playing really well for them. Like I said, Acuff is playing well. I want to tell you a guy that's really playing well is Carter Knox.
Yeah, Carter Knox is playing pretty well
for Arkansas. This Arkansas team's good, but the one thing that worries me about this Arkansas team is sometimes they're very inconsistent. They get into they had the Winthrop game where they only won by 1 point. You know, they had the Illinois game that they didn't play great.
Yeah.
There was just sometimes they just go and they just don't look like an Arkansas team. They don't look like a team. They look like a bunch of guys that are playing for themselves. And Brad's smiling. That's the way it was when we had the one and done. Just it was a factor. It was when we had Cal here. But I will take up for Cal this week. He said something that really helped, that really, really stood out. He was talking about the basketball side of things when it comes to the NBA with the portal. Yeah. He said, I don't care if you're from Russia. If you've been to the NBA and played, you do not deserve to be back in college basketball.
That's true. I mean, he did say something that's true.
He made a good point on that. And I know everybody wants to kind of rail on him, but he made some good points when it comes to the NBA and what's happening with the whole eligibility thing. But I like this Arkansas team. I think they're going to be really good. I think they got a chance to be a top seed. I will say this about Tennessee, though, Brad. They got a really good freshman in Nate Ament. I think he's going to be.
I'll be honest with you, John. I think Ament is better than Thomas.
I actually think by the time the season's over, he's going to be hard to deal with.
Yeah.
He's already hard to deal with. But I think more experience as he gets in conference play, I think he's going to get even better.
I mean, I'm going to take the Razorbacks.
People don't like me for saying this, but Rick Barnes is an absolutely heck of a basketball coach.
Oh, he is a great coach. Barnes is a great coach.
But I got Arkansas in this.
You got Barnes versus Calipari here, and to be honest with you, they've had some battles over the years.
They have. Especially when Cal was at UK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over the years, they've had some. I mean, even like you here, with Tennessee and Arkansas now, when he was at Texas, and I'm talking about Barnes. I mean, there's been some battles.
They had Kevin Durant.
Yeah, so I mean,
A lot of people forget that he
I
actually coached Kevin Durant. A lot of people don't even know that.
I do think that the Razorbacks probably win this at home. And that's where I'm going to lean on this one because
how old I am? Is I actually remember that Barnes coached Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Hey,
Durant was actually in college.
Okay, wait a second. I remember Rex Chapman. Okay.
Well, I mean, that was back when you was in diapers, man. Like
I remember Sam Bowie playing in college. I'm a little older than you.
You're a little older than me.
A little.
I want to say something real quick.
I've got one topic that I want to bring up, and you kind of mentioned it with the Calipari stuff a minute ago, but I just wanted to talk about the state of college basketball, man, and the stuff that's going on.
It's in a bad place.
The NCAA president come out today and tried to clear up some stuff. Charlie Baker did. It is kind of reminiscent of what I said last night on the show. If you've been at Kentucky and went pro, you're not coming back. I said that. I repeat, you're not coming back. Just last night on our Wildcat Weekly show.
And yet we still got people putting out stuff like the E.J. Montgomery stuff. And
oh, my God.
What are we doing, people?
It's so dumb. Please, if you see that stuff, call them out on it. It is so dumb. For real. Anyways, talking about the state of college basketball here, man, the NCAA has got to stand up and make some kind of a stand.
Yeah, it's in a bad spot.
You can't just being pushed around all over the place and allowing whatever the hell somebody wants to do all the time. Take it to court and freaking win. Get you a damn lawyer, for God's sakes. Something.
But what's the bad part of it is, though, Brad? And everybody says, well, why don't the NCAA do something about it? Well, the fact of the matter is they don't want to get involved.
Well, the courts keep letting others win cases. Well, go get you a damn lawyer. Where the hell's Johnny Cochran when you need him?
Yeah.
That was a joke, guys. I know Johnny Cochran is not around. That was a joke. I am aware of that. I'm just saying.
Oh, goodness.
Go get you a lawyer, for God's sakes.
Shoo, Brad.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying, John. Holy cow.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So if you're not going to stand up, all right, this new settlement was supposed to, if all these schools will sign the damn paperwork, it was supposed to create a new commission called the College Sports Commission, or the CSC. All right. And the paperwork was sent out and it was supposed to already be signed, and nobody is returning the stuff, the paperwork with the signed papers. They got to have each and every Power Four conference to sign this.
Here's my problem with it is the kid from Baylor, Najee.
Yeah.
He played for the Clippers.
I don't believe he actually played. He was in the summer league.
But what I'm saying, he was in the summer league for them. Does that not rule him out?
Well, so from the way I understand it, he never signed an NBA contract. He got cut and he never signed a contract.
So basically what you're saying is if you get drafted and you don't get put on the, the NBA contract, you're allowed to go back to college?
So here's what they've come out and said today. Okay, I'm going to try to clear this up real quick. In Europe, okay, in the Euro leagues, just like Yelovich, that's on the team for Kentucky this year, okay, he's been overseas playing in these Euro leagues, who are semi-pro leagues, okay, and we've allowed those kids to come over here because they play for like a few $1,000s, 10, 20, $30,000, and they have been allowing those kids to come over here. They're not playing in the top pro leagues in the NBA and that kind of stuff, and we have been allowing those kids to come over here. What they're doing and what they're saying is that since they're allowing international players to do this, they are now going to let American players do this as long as you're within 5 years of your high school graduation and you never signed an NBA contract. Now, here's the kicker with the NBA contract. That does include two-way contracts. Two-way contracts guarantees you get a spot on an NBA team for X amount of games. All right. So and you get about $500,000. The G League contracts, they pay these guys $30,000 or $40,000. So if you never signed an NBA two-way contract and are within 5 years of your high school graduation, just like the Euro guys who are getting to come over here and play in college, what they're saying today is that you as well can do that. That's what they're saying. I'm not sure that I agree with all that, but I do say if you're going to let the Euro guys do that,
might as well let the Americans do it.
Yeah. I mean, you have let Big Z come over and did that. He played over there. His brother played on that team. Yelovich is over here playing. There's others on the Illinois team right now that's playing that did that as well.
I'll just tell you this. It's a slippery slope that gets very, no pun intended, slippery when you're letting Europe guys do this.
Yeah.
Then you're cutting out American guys.
Yeah.
You got to play the field and you got to play the game, and it's going to reach a point where kids that say didn't get a two-way contract are going to say, "Oh, well, I didn't get to play in I went to college. I went to the pros. Didn't get on a team, so I guess I can go back to college."
That's basically what they're saying. They're saying you're playing in kind of a semi-pro for pennies, basically just like the Euro guys do, and you haven't signed any kind of NBA contract, two-way contracts, all that kind of stuff for the G League, and you're within 5 years of your high school graduation, they're saying you have a chance to come back to college. That's what they're saying. So that's it in a nutshell. And I'll leave it at that. But, man, the NCAA has to take some stands. So they really do.
I want to say this real quick. I just want to say thank you to all of our supporters. Most people don't know this will be our last show before the New Year's.
Yep.
And I just want to say thank you to those that support us, those that don't, those that do. We love it either way. Brad loves the attention.
Support. I don't care if support is good or bad. I could care less.
Yeah,
to be quite honest with you,
support one way or another. So
it's still support.
It is. That's true. So
Yep.
I just want to kind of say thank you to all of our supporters and those that follow us and those that have allowed us to be in your living room on a video. Shout out to UK Athletics, Susan Lax, Deb Moore,
Cammy Moore Williams,
Cammy Moore, Ethan.
Yeah.
From all the, Neely, everybody down for letting us be a part of UK athletics and cover what we love to do. And hopefully by 2026, we'll have more to show and more to give and more opportunities to, cover the Cats and do things that we love to do and give you all more information and updates. And I, Friday is the portal. Me and Brad will have some kind of updates here and there yonder that are happening because it's going to happen all at once really quick. Like it's going to be so much information piled into one day. And it's probably going to go on for
do a few short lives or something, a couple of short lives or something.
It's going to be a 2-week thing where they can enter the portal but you don't have to commit, but you have to be in the portal by the 16th of January.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a wild goose chase till the 16th of January, plus the college football playoffs. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that have supported us and been a fan of ours. Continue to like, share, send more people to our show, like our stuff, send your friends links, whatever you got to do. Just help us grow this, and hopefully we can get over the
I want to shout out Stadium Rant. Also want to shout out the Real Fresh channel. Check them out, and thank you for the partnership that you guys have done for us. So I want to give them a shout out here while we're doing that. And then I want to wrap this up by just saying Happy New Year to everybody, man. I hope that each and every one of you have a prosperous year in 2026, including us, to be quite honest with you. But I hope everyone has a prosperous year in 2026. Do not forget to eat your cabbage and black-eyed peas on New Year's Day.
You started to say green beans.
I did. I don't even know where that came from.
Dad's making hog's jaw for New Year's. So I don't know if anybody's ever had hog's jaw, but it's a little different.
It's a little tough.
Yeah, it's tough. So
yeah.
I will say this though. I appreciate you. This has been a fun ride for us. This year has been tough, but at the same time, you've got the opportunity to spend more time with your child. That has been a big plus to you. I know that's been an overwhelming thing for you because
it's actually been a pretty good year, to be honest with you. 2025 has been a pretty good year.
Yeah, it has. And you missed some time with him, but you've got an opportunity to, have that relationship back with him, which I think is awesome. And I'm still thankful for our Christmas dinner with our Christmas. That's our annual, according to Braden, it's the Hammond's show or something, he says.
Hammond's Day. He called it Hammond's Day.
He calls it Hammond's Day or something. Yeah. So, I just wanted to shout out everybody and thank you for supporting us and coming on and watching with
y'all. Have a happy new year. Go watch some football. We got 4 really great games, I believe, to watch in the quarterfinals. I think we're going to get at least 2 tight fourth quarter games.
I'm going to go watch USC and TCU right now, just as soon as we log out.
And as we came on the air, I want to throw this out there. Tennessee.
I know you're going to do it.
Tennessee. Man, what the hell? Honestly. The SEC, really and truthfully, y'all are looking like y'all just need to just quit going to bowl games. Like, seriously. Because everybody opts out. Nobody cares about them. Just quit going if you're going to lose half your team.
You're getting ready to get loaded with Tennessee.
Just quit going, honestly.
Oh, hey, I didn't say it. He did.
Let Brett Bielema walk you off. Jesus Christ. All right, man. I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have a good one.
You better wrap it up. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you, man.
All right.